Hey, good morning, y'all. It's Thursday, September 30th, and about ready to head into October, I guess. But it was a beautiful spot here last night, up here on top of, not on top, but up Roan Mountain, and we get all packed up from our campsites here, and Kendall's all up and ready to go to get her pack on, and just a gorgeous, gorgeous morning. Sunrise over the hill over there. And just the golden color of the leaves up here at elevation. I actually camped at 5,300 feet last night, which is the same elevation as Mount Katahdin in Maine. But anyway, we still have a ways to go up to get to the top of Roan Mountain. Kendall says about 1.5 miles still to get up to the top up there. So, but should be a clear day. Hopefully get some awesome views up there. Some neat stuff up there, and Kendall wanted me to get a picture of this cute little tree. It's like a little Christmas tree, this little area here with the golden leaves on it and stuff like that. It's kind of nice. But anyway, we're happy with this spot. We don't have a lot of camping spots left to do. I think we only have 5 more camping nights to do on the trail, so hopefully all of them will be as good as this one was. So not too cold this morning, a little chilly, but not too bad, just a little chill in the air. But it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. So all right, let's get up and get on the trail. Alright, we're getting closer to the top of the mountain, and getting a little bit more rugged. More of these rocks and steps and things. But we're getting close to 6,000 feet up, which is like the second highest we've been on the entire trail. The old Klingman's Dome is the highest, but I think that was at 63 or somewhere around there. And this will be right at about 6,000. But it's a lot of steps. Go way up there. Alright, we're getting closer to the top still. And just walking through this nice little Christmas tree forest. Man, it smells. I wish you could get the smells on the video. It just smells so good through here. It's like Kendall and I are shopping for a Christmas tree. And got plenty of rock and stuff. But a lot of these cute little spruce and balsam trees. Smells really good through here. Trail's been pretty rugged, but we've been going up pretty steadily, so shouldn't be too much further to the top. I think it's set at about 1/2 mile up here, so we're getting closer. You can see down through the trees that we are a long ways up, but haven't gotten any good view spots yet, though. We're still in the trees pretty good. But you can get little peekaboo views down through there. It's a long ways down into the valley. But alright, we're going to continue our way up Roan Mountain. Let's go. Okay, we made it up to the top of Roan Mountain and come out to what is the used to be an old hotel here back in the late 1800s. Used to be a huge resort hotel here. It's Possibly there's an old ruin, an old chimney and stuff, but I don't see where that's at. But there's a big clearing here. But it's kind of nice up here today. Alright, we're still heading along the top of Roan Mountain and actually walking along the old carriage road that went up to the hotel. And yet we're still going uphill. We're up over 6,000 feet now. But yeah, the old hotel was, reading the history, is kind of neat. Built in the late 1800s. But it didn't last very long. They actually tore it down in 1927. They dismantled it. But the neat thing about the hotel was it was built on the state line between Tennessee and North Carolina. And during the Prohibition, North Carolina, you couldn't drink, whereas in Tennessee you could. So they had a line painted down the dining hall and even across the dining room table. And on one side of the line you could drink alcohol, and on the other side it was illegal. So kind of an interesting little spot. I think I've heard stories of that place before, even the trail. But yep, so we're walking along the old carriage road that came up the hill. There was a train that came partial the way up, and it took 2 days to get up here, so you'd ride the train for one day. And then there was an inn that you stayed at. And then you took a carriage ride the next day up to the top here to get to the hotel. So, and we're walking along that old carriage road right now. Kind of neat to see the old history of the old places up here in the hills. Alright. Hopefully we don't have too much further. Supposedly a parking lot with garbage cans and restrooms up here. So let's go see what we can find. Alright, we made it down to the road. I'm up there. A place called Carver's Gap, 5,500 feet. And right now we're currently standing in Tennessee. So over there is a Welcome to North Carolina sign. So, and we are actually across the road and head up onto that bald up there. So, alright. We're here at the Gap parking area, restrooms, and heading up there to Round Mountain Bald, just right up there, and then Jane Bald is on the other side of it, and then there's one more after that. So that's where we're headed next. But beautiful day today.
Ash Gap, that's where we camped last night. Went up to where that Cloudland is, where that old motel was. We're right here at Carver's Gap right now. Then you got Round Bald, Jane Bald, Grassy Bald, down, over through here. I think this is like Little Hump Mountain, Big Hump Mountain, down to Doll Flat, which is in 12 miles. That's where we're headed tonight.
We came down from up there on those two this morning. We were up over there on Round Bald a little bit ago. And now we're heading up Jane Bald. But yeah, it's not an easy climb. Quite a bit of rocks and steps. And We were tired, but at least it's a beautiful day. It's not raining. Awesome views off into the distance. Beautiful, beautiful views today. It's a little hazy, but not too bad. But I can really see the mountains. That's up there is where the hotel was that was taken down, and we just come up over that bald there. But it's a good spot. All right, Kendall said she found a good place up there. Let's go have a look. All right, Kendall and I stopped here at Stan Murray Shelter. Just had a little lunch and just getting ready to get packed up.
1976.
Built in 1976, Kendall said, but not really a nice area. It could be, but it's kind of brushy and weeds and stuff around it. But a little campsite area here, and apparently there's a water source down there. But yeah, not really a whole lot here. So, all right, we're gonna get our packs back on and head up the hill. We got a couple of mountains to get up and over. And Kendall says it's about 8 miles to the campsite, and it's 1 o'clock now. So we should be able to get in there in good time, depending on what the trail does this afternoon. So we'll get up there and see. But it's been a beautiful day. Temperature's a little cool, but not too bad, and just enjoying the fall leaves. So it's been kind of nice. So all right, let's get our packs on and get on up to. Okay, it's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and we are heading up Little Hump Mountain, and that mountain way off in the distance is Roan Mountain, the one we went over this morning, and then a couple balds in between. And then we just went up over that one, and now we're coming up this way. There's a little barn down there in the field that was converted to a hiker shelter, but we didn't actually go down there. We went down the ridge over there and then up over that one. And now we are headed up this way, Little Hump Mountain, and not sure, but I think that's Big Hump Mountain over there we're headed to. We're kind of heading off that direction, so we may end up getting over there at some point. Our campsite is on the other side of that, but it's a gorgeous valley down through there. Got some farms down in there and such, but beautiful valley. Just a gorgeous day today. You can see over on the other side some bigger clouds piling up over there, but nothing over this direction. It looks good this side. So all right, we are continuing to go up. It is hot out here in the sun today, probably in the low 80s now. We were freezing this morning, but temperature's gotten a lot hotter since the afternoon, and now walking out in these fields, getting a lot hotter. So anyway, all right, up we go, up Little Hump Mountain. Then we have Hump Mountain to do down the other side to the campsite. Okay, we made it up on top of Little Hump Mountain. Way off in the distance straight ahead was Roan Mountain that we came over this morning, and so it's looking off into the distance from the Roan Highlands. A little windy up here today, so it's probably going to be pretty loud, but and then that hump in front of us is actual Hump Mountain, so we'll be heading up there shortly. So all right, let's go. Okay, we dropped down out of the Roan Highlands and are heading down to our campsite. About another 1.5 miles to go down, and it's about 5:30 right now, so working our way down. The trail's gotten really rocky and steep. A lot of rock down this side, so hoping we can get down past these, but also drop down into the dark side of the hill. The sun's starting to set already, and it's set down behind the mountains we came up over this morning, so it's a little chilly down on this side. But yep, we're heading down here to the campsite. Campsite has water, so we're not having to carry any water today, so that's good. And just working our way down. So but beautiful day today, going up over the highlands. A lot of good views from up there, and now we're just working our way down. So alright, let's head down the hill, see if we can find a place to put our tents. Come on, let's go. Alright, y'all, we made it down to the campsite. Beautiful summer, fall evening here. You can see the hills up there in the distance that we came down, and come to the campsite. It's right over here on the right, it looks like. And come to a sign that says leaving North Carolina, which is funny because we've been entering and leaving North Carolina like all day every day for the last 1.5 to 2 weeks. So it's funny that we're leaving, but now we're permanently leaving it. So once we camp up here tonight, we'll be camped in Tennessee, and we'll be in Tennessee for the next week.
Not even a week.
Not even a week until we get back to Southern Virginia where our car is parked. So alright, we're going to go ahead and find a campsite and start setting up. So let's go into Tennessee. Alright, well, Kendall's getting her tent set up. I'm heading down to the old watering hole. Apparently there's some water down this side, but yeah, it's a great day today. And 15.2 miles up over the Roan Highlands. One of the last major sites of interest that we'll be passing before we finish. So rest of it will be just pretty much rolling through Tennessee and up into Virginia. So yeah, that was the last major thing that we had to get through before the end of our journey. But man, what a way to wrap up the trail. I mean, this last couple of days have just been beautiful as far as the weather and the scenery. The view from up on top of the Roan Highlands was just amazing today with the weather. A little bit hazy today, but not too bad. We're just glad it wasn't fogged in and raining like it was 2 weeks ago when we went over Max Patch, where you couldn't even see in front of your face. So yeah, we were happy with it, and just really happy with the way that our trip worked out. And it's taken us a little bit longer than we thought, just because of the ruggedness of Vermont, New Hampshire, and southern Maine. So it is getting a little bit later in the year than we would have hoped, but we're looking forward to getting done and getting back to our families and our work and things like that. Anyway, glad to have you with us today. I hope you enjoyed the journey today as much as we did, and hopefully see you back on trail tomorrow morning. Have a good night.
Good morning. It's Friday, October 1st. Can't believe we're still out here in October. Beautiful morning. Just coming down out of the Roan Highlands. Probably both of our favorite places on trail. We really enjoy it. Super beautiful. I think the weather's part of it, and you can see that the trees are just starting to turn. Golds and yellow and reds are coming out. We're just getting ready to leave camp. Phil's drinking the last little bit of water. Backpacks are ready. So Yep, this was called Doll Flats. We got here after doing 15.2 yesterday. So we're off today. We're getting a late start. It's about 9:15. We only have a few miles to go today. Should be in just after lunch to our last resupply stop. We're going into a hostel. So we'll show you the hostel when we get there. It's our last one. So there's a hiker down over there. We didn't meet her yet. The only other person that camped in the area. So we'll get on down trail and show you what we get.
I'm going down the hill, and it's getting quite rocky through this section, so I'm going to climb down the rocks and such, but hopefully it's just over the shoulder, and then it should level out a little bit more once we get down a little bit, but yeah, not too bad so far. Alright, we made it down to the highway 19E and crossed out of there, came down from up there, and we're going back up into the woods that way. Alright y'all, we made it to the Refuge Hostel. It's a little octagon log. So we're inside the hostel, and neat little place. Just got a couple bunks and basically 6 beds is all they do, and again a little kitchen area, washer and dryer, toaster, microwave type thing, and they have a little resupply shelf to get food, but they also run a free shuttle into town in the evening, so little sign-in area. They got some frozen food in the freezer that you can have, corn dogs and sandwiches and stuff, and then a little sitting area here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But great little spot, nice place here. So, and then the bathroom showers right over there, so yep, it's a nice place. Alright y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end the day. Kendall and I are here at the Refuge Hostel, and had a great evening. Went with the owners into town and took them out to dinner. We had Mexican dinner and a really good restaurant with really good food, and then they took us over to the Ingles grocery store and we bought some resupply things and such. So So yeah, it was a good evening, good afternoon here at the hostel, and good rest. I got the laundry done, and just a great place here at the Refuge Hostel. We love it here, and great folks taking care of us here. So I'm having a really good time. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it a day, and hope to see you guys back on the trail tomorrow. Have a good night.